There are plenty of ways to offer flexibility to your tenants, whether you offer a shorter lease term, extra amenities, or a discounted rental rate. But today we'll focus specifically on month-to-month leases and how offering this option could benefit both you and your tenants. So let's get started. A month-to-month lease is just what the name suggests. It's a legally binding agreement between a landlord and a tenant that continues each month until either party terminates it. Usually the landlord or tenant must provide 30 days notice if they plan to terminate the agreement. That said, most month-to-month leases are used to extend existing lease agreements. In this case, a tenant might not be ready to move out or renew their contract after a fixed lease term. However, it's also possible for landlords and tenants to sign a month-to-month lease from the beginning. There are several reasons why you might offer a month-to-month lease instead of a longer lease contract. While some people prefer the predictability and reliability of a fixed-term lease, a month-to-month lease is a great option for those who need flexibility. Luckily, this type of lease agreement provides flexibility for both parties. For example, tenants can move out on relatively short notice, usually 30 days. On the other hand, landlords can adjust rental terms or terminate the lease with similar notice. So if you're a landlord who wants to cater to tenants' short-term needs while also having the flexibility of adjusting your rates and terms, a month-to-month lease could be a great option for you. Interested in learning more about what's important to investors, property managers, and tenants? Well, hey there, it's Alyssa from Bay Property Management Group. Just a quick pause in the video as a reminder to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest videos with new content uploaded weekly. We appreciate your support, and now back to the video. Short-term leases are a viable solution if your tenant is looking for a temporary place to stay, or perhaps you plan on selling your property soon. That way, you can still earn an income from your properties without a long-term commitment. Here are some of the other benefits of a month-to-month lease. Automatic renewals. Month-to-month leases generally come with automatic renewals, which means the lease is automatically extended for another month unless terminated by you or your tenant. Flexible end dates. Unlike fixed-term leases with a predetermined expiration date, tenants and landlords can end the lease at the end of any month. This is a great option for tenants or landlords who may be uncertain about their future plans. Ability to raise rent prices. Landlords can adjust rent prices more frequently with month-to-month leases. This flexibility allows you to adapt to market conditions, property values, or other factors influencing rental rates. Landlord can terminate. Landlords have the right to terminate a month-to-month lease with proper notice, typically around 30 days. This flexibility can be beneficial if you have plans for the property, such as renovations, selling, or changing its use. Ultimately, it gives you more control over the property's future. And you can keep good tenants. If you have a great tenant who's not ready to renew or sign a fixed-term lease, you can give them the option to sign a month-to-month lease instead. That way you can keep a reliable tenant longer until they sign another fixed-term lease or move out, saving you from having a vacant unit or finding a new tenant. While there are several benefits to month-to-month leases, it's important to understand that there are still some crucial disadvantages to consider. So here's what you should think about before offering a short-term lease. Lack of stability. Month-to-month leases lack the predictability of a fixed-term lease. This can disadvantage landlords who want a more consistent and secure rental income. The potential for frequent tenant turnover can create uncertainties in your future financial planning. Uncertain end date. With month-to-month leases, there's no predetermined end date, which might be a challenge if you want to plan for your future use of the property. Whether you plan on coordinating renovations or selling the property, the lack of clear timeline can make it difficult to make long-term decisions regarding the property. Short notice for move-outs. Landlords and tenants can terminate a month-to-month lease with relatively short notice. While this flexibility benefits tenants, it can be challenging to fill sudden vacancies quickly. Unfortunately, this can lead to potential gaps in rental income and increased marketing and screening efforts to find new tenants. The risk of vacancies. Month-to-month leases pose a higher risk of vacancies for landlords. After all, tenants can choose to move out with short notice, leaving landlords with unoccupied properties and potentially in an unfavorable leasing season altogether. Overall, month-to-month leases are great for several reasons, benefiting both landlords and tenants. However, it's important to consider some of the disadvantages while creating lease terms for your tenants. Whether you offer fixed-term only agreements or month-to-month leases, it's critical to have strong terms to ensure fairness for both parties. If you need help creating strong legally binding lease agreements, hiring a professional property management company can help. For expert insights on a variety of rental industry topics, check back in for weekly video uploads, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for exclusive updates. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. We will see you in the next video.